simple solution to superstitions, I'm sure for most of you it would be education. But what happens when a doctor is afraid of crossing the same road as a black cat, or a teacher who's afraid of cutting her nails at night? So what are superstitions? Superstitions can be defined as irrational beliefs or anything related to the supernatural forces. You must have watched the movie Annahat, and many people say that the flood was due to the gods being angry, but in reality it was just a geographical problem. So where do these superstitions come from? Number one is ignorance. In our day-to-day life, we use phrases such as I don't know and I don't care. And this casual attitude leads to these superstitions lingering on from generations to generations. Number second is lack of knowledge. When we're not curious enough, when we do not question enough, that's when these superstitions still linger on. 5 years ago, I was in a situation which made me realize how wrong it was to believe in them. My parents were ready to depart for the States when the absolute unthinkable happened. I sneezed. My grandmother gasped as if a catastrophe had laid itself bare. According to my old school Punjabi grandmother, sneezing before somebody leaves, it's considered a bad omen. And unfortunately, that's what happened. As my parents reached the American soil, we heard the dreadful news of my maternal grandfather's death. He was shot by a white man. Thanks to my grandmother, who was already convinced that a sneeze was the possibility of his death. At a tender age, not only was I experienced with such a near one's death, but had also been accused of it. Menstruating women are impure, evil, or cursed. Yes, that's what many people think. In the olden days, the resources were less, and hence, women restricted themselves from entering the kitchens or the temples. But even today, in the 21st century, you'll see boards and banners outside temples restricting women from entering. Have we become so accustomed to superstitions that even a biological process, such as menstruation, has become so unnatural? Limited by this narrow point of view, I wonder for how long I would have feared cute black cats or avoided number 13 in my maths calculations. As I would walk, I would often skip any chili or any lime, and I was accustomed to seeing talismans who were supposed to ward off the evil eye. Let me remind you, if holy men could tell you your future, they wouldn't be sitting there. Why do we follow such illogical taboos? Are we scared, or do we not believe in ourselves enough? So let me give you some solutions as to how we can escape this trap or this religion of the feeble mind. Number one is education. Let's make our education system so practical that the classrooms have discussions. The teachers discuss with the students what is scientific and what is the logic behind it. Let every family discuss these superstitions that our ancestors have left for us. Number second is believe in yourself. Nobody is lucky or unlucky. Next time you have a luck, next time you're successful, don't blame that lucky shirt. Or if you're unlucky, don't blame that color. It's in your hands. If anything contributes to success, it's hard work, consistency. Therefore, no lucky number or lucky jersey can make you successful. In the end, all I'll say is that instead of hanging degree certificates on our walls, let's justify our actions. And I want to tell you all from my story. What about the white man who shot my grandfather? This is how it goes on. Superstitions make us so accustomed. They grip our daily routine so much that instead of facing challenges such as terrorism, hatred, racism, we blame an involuntary sneeze. So in the end, all I'll say is, let's just say it's time for a new beginning.